it's Isaiah Osborne right now.
It's a ride, it's a gang thing. I've been getting groovy, you can't say the same. If you don't work hard, then you finna lose. If you don't chase your dreams, then you need to move. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Meridian Center, the home of the 2021 Canada Summer Games. But tonight, it's home to the second quarterfinal of the CEBL Summer Series. The first one was a pretty good game. Joe, want to do it again?
Wow. That's exactly what we wanted. That's why we wanted the Elam rule. That was an advertisement for CEBL basketball.
Absolutely. The Hamilton Honey Badgers have punched their ticket to semifinals Saturday, and now who will advance between the Guelph Nighthawks and the Ottawa BlackJacks? Thank you for joining us on cbcsports.ca, the CBC Gem app, and on the CEBL radio network. The second quarterfinal, the final day of the quarterfinals, round robin, whatever you want to call it. We got semis on Saturday, and one of these two teams will be going home. We thank you for joining us. Jason Tom here alongside Joe Rasso. Amy Audibert will be with us in a few minutes, and we thank you for joining us on TSN 1200 in Ottawa, CJOY 1460 AM in Guelph. We are supported coast to coast in all the home cities of our CEBL teams, and we will welcome you back to the Meridian Center in just a few short minutes.
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is, Claire was unaware. Ah.
Hey, Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it...
It's time to rep your CEBL pride, Canada. Exclusive new era merchandise is now available on CEBL.ca. Buy your favorite hats, replica jerseys, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Welcome to our game. Nighthawks fans, right now you can get 12% off 2021 season tickets by placing your $50 deposit before August 9th, 2020. Visit thenighthawks.ca and take advantage of this exclusive summer series offer. Welcome to a new basketball experience. BlackJacks fans, right now you can get 12% off 2021 season tickets by placing your $50 deposit before August 9th, 2020. Visit theblackjacks.ca and take advantage of this exclusive summer series offer. Welcome to a new basketball experience.
Welcome back to the Meridian Center, and now we're going to welcome in Amy Audibert, who will likely show up tomorrow, even though there are no games. Amy?
But there are lots of practices, Jason, so yes, I will
I told
be
you.
here. Well, listen, just like the first game today, this is also a rematch from that opening day of the CEBL Summer Series. Guelph took that game, and in fact, they outscored Ottawa by a combined 22 points in the final three quarters. That being said, we've seen Ottawa is playing their best basketball of the Summer Series coming into this game. I spoke with Nighthawks assistant Steve Mega just moments ago, and he did tell me that the preparation for Guelph coming into this has been based on self. They are concerned about the Guelph brand of basketball. I asked him what that meant, and he said they are coming into this game completely focused on attack mentality. They want to get north-south. It's all about the rebound and the run. We'll see what it looks like. Guys?
Thank you so much, Amy, for that insight. Some great stories coming out of Amy's corner of the game throughout this summer series. And got to talk about Osvaldo Genti as well, has been outstanding. And when you talk about the road to this point, very different for these two teams. Let's take a look now at how they got here. Take a look at the Ottawa BlackJacks. Lost their first 2 games, battling back with 2 wins, and then alternating it. Obviously, the win over the Rattlers, the most important one to get them here, Joe.
And a lot of close games. The first 2 they didn't play real well, but after that they were in every single game, and they've been playing really well up till now.
And then the Guelph Nighthawks, may take a look at their schedule to this point as well. Same sort of thing, but they have back-to-back losing games heading into this one. Let's check back in with Amy Audibert, who's joined by head coach of the BlackJacks, Osvaldo Genti.
Thanks, Jason. Coach, 3rd game day in a row, but is there a sense of reboot now that we are officially in the playoffs?
No, not really. I think guys are still a little bit tired. It's just making sure that we manage the minutes properly.
Guelph got the first game, we know that, but it feels like it was 5 years ago, really. Where has your team most improved as the summer series has developed?
I think we have improved quite a bit defensively, but of course they've improved as well. So, we're 2 teams just starting out, and we both got better. So now it's just going to be a battle of wills and who got better as time went on.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck. I know this is a big one, so get back over there. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Osvaldo Genti, the rookie professional head coach, has done a great job. And let's take a look at the Guelph Nighthawks keys of the game, brought to you by Joe Rasso.
Well, the first thing for Guelph is ball control and tempo. Coach Maga said it. They want to set the pace. They want to dictate the tempos, not just set it, but you got to dictate it. Then the second one is control the ball with only one player. They've got to stop Ottawa without having to use a lot of help, and that's all about their defense. And then they got to play through contact. They're the bigger, stronger team in most positions. They've got to be able to play through in any aggressive play. For Ottawa, it's 50-50 balls. They've been great at it. They've got to get loose balls, the things that they can compete at and beat them at strictly loose balls, long rebounds. Those are things they want to do. And they've got to beat Guelph's length with their speed. And then they got to hit open shots.
And when we sat down and got a look at the starting 5 for both teams, changes a little bit for the Nighthawks. Miles Charvis and Kimball McKenzie will be in the backcourt. Usually they switch off for one another. And then Jonathan Arledge, Tradarius McCallum, and Jabari Craig, all kinds of size for the Nighthawks in those 3. While Johnny Berhana Mescal, Thomas Scrub, Shaquille Keith, Olivier Hanlon, and Jean-Emmanuel Pierre Charles, the same starting 5 for the BlackJacks. And when you talk about professionalism, it's the BlackJacks that had the advantage in the starting lineup.
And yeah, the BlackJacks starters have 22 years of professional experience on the court, and Guelph has 11. And that completely changes when you go to the bench, because you've got a pile of guys, on the Ottawa team that this is their first pro experience, and that's going to be huge to see.
Let's take a look at the playoff schedule so you are up to date with what's coming your way. This is the second quarterfinal. The Hamilton Honey Badgers have already punched their ticket into semifinal Saturday, where they will take on the Fraser Valley Bandits. The winner of this game will play the number 1 seed, the Edmonton Stingers, who have just 1 loss at their 5-1 record. And then on Sunday at high noon, you got the championship game coming at you with both Saturday and Sunday's games on CBC Coast to Coast. And the officials for this game, Tony Turnbull, Kevin Moore, and Vernon Bovell, is what I had.
That's who we have.
That's who we have. And remember that when these officials throw that ball up, it will be Spalding, because Spalding is the official game ball of the CEBL. Get your new CEBL official replica ball today by visiting CEBL.ca. We are 20 seconds away from tip-off, Joe, and I think we will see a difference with we talked about the experience with the starting lineup to the bench. The Nighthawks definitely have more experience on their bench, and if it's a game anything like the one we just saw, every player is going to be out there getting burned. But one guy that we won't see for the Nighthawks, Jamal Reynolds, still out because of that fractured nose.
Yeah, and we're still waiting to see if we see Kyle Landry today for Ottawa, who's been out for the last 3 games. But these are great games. One team gets to practice tomorrow, the other team goes fishing tomorrow. And that's what you got here. So if you want to play, you got to pay the price right now and get it done.
The second quarterfinal of the night. You're watching the CEBL Summer Series live on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca. You're listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa and CJOY 1460 AM in Guelph. The Ottawa BlackJacks wearing the white jerseys with the maroon and black trim. The Nighthawks in the royal blue with light blue numbers and the silver nameplates. Miles Jarvis with the rock gets it back from Jonathan Arledge, and Thomas Scrubb right away knocking that pass away. Shot clock's halfway burnt.
Always surprised early in the game, the very first possession, to see who the matchups are. And Thomas Scrubb allows you to play big. He can guard a guard. Here they've got on Miles Jarvis, and he does a great job of using his length.
Kimball McKenzie to Arledge. He's watched by Shaq Keith. Pull-up 3 by McKenzie. That's a good sign for the Nighthawks. 3 balls good.
And he was confident, stepped in there, not thinking twice. Big-time shot, deep range.
Olivier Hanlon back the other way for the BlackJacks, setting up the offense. He gets it back from Keith. Thomas Scrubb flashes the top, doesn't get it.
Guelph opening up with the zone.
Pierre Charles fired it to Scrubb. It went off his hands. He saves it back to Keith. Jumper from the baseline. That was a desperation shot, but it's good.
Yeah, but if you give Shaq no options but to shoot, he's happy.
3-2 here in the early going. Guelph with a 1-point lead. McCallum into the lane, no good. Defensive rebound battled for by Pierre Charles. He comes out with it. Hanlon back the other way.
That's one of those situations where you have to play through the contact.
Hanlon with a jumper in the lane. Another good sign there for the BlackJacks when Olivier Hanlon starts hot.
It looks like both teams want to play at a fast pace.
I'm fine with that. Arledge to Jarvis. Jarvis back to McCallum. Free throw line is Arledge. He's battling with Keith, forces it up, no good. BlackJacks all over the rebound. They come back the other way. Johnny Berhanamesco. Nice move to the baseline. Johnny buckets off glass. It's 6-3 for Ottawa.
Yeah, Johnny Berhanamesco is a great scorer.
McCallum to Arledge. He's looking to pass over the defense, but hands it off to McKenzie. He gets around Shaq Keith, and I think they're going to call for a foul. There is no way Kimball McKenzie meant to pass it in to the hockey penalty box. So yeah, Keith picks up the foul.
Now Guelph's a lot bigger up front, but they haven't. There's not a big size where they dominate the inside with the post moves. Both these guys aren't real strong post take scores.
McCallum misses the jumper. Berhanamesco rebound, pushing the other way on Jarvis. Bodied him up, gets it down to Thomas Scrubb. McCallum giving him some trouble. Clean strip by McCallum. Scrubb goes right back up with it and gets it to go. It's a good matchup there, McCallum and Scrubb.
Great matchup. And then you got Tom Scrubb on Miles Jarvis.
That looks like a dad taking on his son. Jarvis to McKenzie. McCallum gets it in the post. Arledge in the post for the first time in this game. He takes it hard at Scrubb, but he misses the short hook.
And that's a good sign for Guelph. He's going inside. But the problem is, when you're in there like that, Ottawa will break out with 5. You got to get back on defense.
Hanlon has to bail himself out to get it to Scrubb. Step back. Jabari Craig closeout is good. And it's a miss from range. 8-3 still for Ottawa here just over 3 minutes into the game. Almost a turnover. Craig He's camping out down there. That's a 3 in the key, but he gets it out because he had the ball in his possession.
And never looked to the rim at all, even though he was 2 feet away from the bucket.
McCallum, pull back, crossover, gets it back to Charvis. Off glass is good. Charvis, nice touch, cuts it to 3.
And nice job of avoiding the charge on that with that little pull-up.
Hanlon. For Hanamesco, pulls up for 3. Ooh, man, the BlackJacks are scary if Johnny B's going to shoot like this.
And it looked like Guelph was looking to play a little bit of a junk defense, maybe a triangle one on Tom Scrub, because they know that he's the key in their zone attack.
Kimball McKenzie, hard to the hole, whistle on Pierre Charles. The CEBL has been trending across Canada throughout this summer series. You can join the conversation on all these social media platforms by using the hashtag #OurGame. Tyrell Green and Marcus Anderson, the first 2 subs in for the Nighthawks, while Isaiah Osborne, the newest addition to the BlackJacks, is in, along with Lloyd Pandy, who we cannot speak about enough how important he's been for Ottawa in this summer series.
And Marcus Anderson played with the 3 of the BlackJacks on the floor last season, so I hope there's not any turnovers just because of familiarity.
Eric Keeby also in the game along with Munis Tutu, so almost a full hockey change for the BlackJacks. Olivier Hanlon, the lone starter, still out on the floor here, just under 4 minutes in to the opening quarter.
And I think in Ottawa's case, you'll see a short shift for a lot of these young guys. Unless things are going well, then he'll extend it. For Guelph, Tyrell Green's done a great job of coming off the bench for them.
Joel Friesen also checks in for trade Darius McCallum. Matching sub for sub, really, are the Nighthawks. Nice take by Keeby and extending the lead to 13-7 for the BlackJacks.
A great take by Keeby. Showed no respect for Jabari Craig's size.
Oh, Craig's size was on display there, but he couldn't corral the lob. Turnover back the other way for the BlackJacks. Ooh, nice screen set by Keeby. But Friesen gets back to kick it out of bounds. I think
Coach Kissy was thinking of
Yeah.
a timeout, but then knew the media was coming under 5.
Munis Tutu inbounds. Keeby scored the last time down. Good defense by Craig. Those two are battling. Keeby gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. Hanlon, no good floater from outside the key. And we are going the other way. The Nighthawks, that's McKenzie, drives on the wing, finds Craig. He backs down Keeby. Little hook is no good, back rim and out. We are just creeping up on the midway point of the opening quarter. Hanlon around Anderson. Out of bounds, and it will be the Nighthawks ball after the media timeout. You're watching the CEBL Summer Series live on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca, and you're also listening on the CEBL Radio Network.
Most of our clients who come through our door and who are suffering from mental illness, they're feeling a sense of despair and a longing for help. Often, insurance companies are denying disability claims on the basis that there's insufficient medical evidence. We've represented hundreds of clients who suffer from anxiety or depression. We fight for our clients' right to receive the compensation they deserve. If you've been denied long-term disability, don't give up. We can help.
Your long-term disability firm, Kotak Law.
Follow the Guelph Nighthawks on social media right now to get the latest news, updates, and behind-the-scenes access that the Nighthawks have to offer. Follow the Ottawa BlackJacks on social media right now to get the latest news, updates, and behind-the-scenes access that the CEBL's newest club has to offer.
Welcome back to the Meridian Center. Shout out our friends in the nation's capital, listening to TSN 1200 in Ottawa and in the Royal City on CJOY 1460 AM. Your Nighthawks are down 6. Ooh, confident 3. Tyrell Green cuts it to 3.
Yeah, he's been shooting that at about a 44% clip. He's been there. He's been very good for Guelph off the bench.
Osborne watched by Olu Famutimi, who's in the game for the first time for the Nighthawks. Pandy, wow. Lloyd Pandy got mugged on his way to the rim and finished through contact. He gets up with a look of confidence as he heads to the free throw line.
I think the young guy went through an assault charge there. He just definitely he's just tough as nails going left on that. It's amazing how he gets to the rim, and people are letting him get to the rim constantly. He hasn't made a 3 yet in the series.
3-point play is good, pushing the lead back up to 6. Green to McKenzie into the corner. Olu Famutimi. Oh, and Tyrell Green skies in. He can't tip it in, though. Joel Friesen picks up another foul, this time for Hennemesko, pushing it the other way, causing the whistle.
Yeah, Tyrell Green with the great offensive rebound there, just didn't realize how much time he had and just rushed the tip in just a bit.
Joel Friesen picks up his second foul in a couple of minutes, so Tredarius McCallum is immediately back onto the floor. Thomas Scrubb also back into the game for the BlackJacks. McCallum and Scrubb match up once again while Kimbo McKenzie is watching Munis Tutu. Now he switches off, and guess who? Marcus Anderson stepping in to poke it away. Famutimi to Green, gets it back to the vet. Famutimi, though, no whistle, thought he got hacked, missed the layup. Oh, Munis Tutu. No foul, asking for the call, but not coming. But the travel call does come.
But the second chance opportunity, Lloyd Pandy again. In every game we've seen him, does the same thing. Just gets him second chances after second chances. Great offensive rebound.
McKenzie to McCallum. Back to McKenzie. He hit one from earlier from the same spot. I don't think he's touched the rim yet on any of his makes.
No, and they're confident takes. They're confident takes. You can just see his body language.
And great team defense, and it's McKenzie who capitalizes with the steal. Famutimi, jumper, back rim, no good.
And Olu was the one that got his hands on that last pass to allow Kimbo McKenzie to get the steal.
Yeah, the vet out there looking spry right now. He is all about these big games. Pandy coming up to set the screen for Tutu. Pandy, jumper, no good. Famutimi has it come right into his hands off the rim. Famutimi gets his own pass deflected back to him. McKenzie into the corner. Green, pull up 3. Big time shot. We're tied at 16.
Good kick out. When Olu finally got the ball out, they were quick to reverse it and find Tyrell Green on the 3.
The Nighthawks have survived the initial hit by the BlackJacks, and they're getting it done defensively right now, Joe, but the good defensive stand ends up coming back to Thomas Scrubb off the defensive rebound, and he cashes 2.
Yeah, and Tredarius McCallum got caught watching the ball instead of going after it. When you're rebounding, you don't want the ball to come. You got to go get the ball.
Oh, nice pass, McCallum to Famutimi. Olu finally gets a whistle his way. You can pick up the latest gear from your favorite team exclusively from New Era, the official merchandise partner of the CEBL and its 7 teams across Canada. Visit CEBL.ca and click on Shop. Miles Charvis checking back in for Kimbo McKenzie, while Jonathan Arledge will come in for Famutimi, who's currently at the line shooting 2.
Watching Ottawa's substitution pattern is almost like there's a first unit, second unit. And they're good. Give us a little bit of time. We'll get the rest. We'll keep one of the first unit guys out there with you, and that's how we're going to rotate.
Have to give it up to Osvaldo Genti. He's done a very good job as a first-year head coach, mixing, as you mentioned, veteran professional players with very young talent.
Where Coach Kissy can experiment a little bit. All of a sudden you got a Tyrell Green on the bench, comes out, gives you some great offense. An Olufamatimi, Marcus Anderson giving you something extra.
Thomas Scrub to Shaq Keith. Top of the three-point arc is Keith working on McCallum. He takes it to the hole, but McCallum swats him away. McCallum ends up out of bounds. The Nighthawks do not have numbers. Doesn't matter. Anderson drops 2.
And a strong take again by Anderson. No question on that take for him.
The Nighthawks have their first lead of the game. Brahana Meskel, watched by Arledge. Keith on the wing, looking to get it into the post, but it's cut off. Keith pulls up. Not a good shot. Charvis with the rebound. Nighthawks once again trying to get out in the open floor. McCallum, pull up 3. Ooh, the Nighthawks looking good. They've extended their lead to 5 with 1:03 left. Big time shot. And the Nighthawks confident from range in the early going, Joe.
And that was a 4-on-5 break. And I know Coach Kissy's probably saying, no. Yes, that's exactly what you want. You know, knocking down that 3 like that. But that was the tempo that they wanted to set. They said, let's go with it. And they've been taking tough shots.
Want to welcome everybody back in, but Amy, what do you have for us?
Well, just that last defensive possession from Guelph was perfect execution. They were face guarding Hanlon, didn't even let him touch the ball, and they switched every screen on Johnny B. Charles Kissy told me during training camp that Johnny B, he said, and you can say this, is the most underrated guy to come out of U Sports. He is one of the best scorers he's ever seen. So they are certainly going to live with that Shaq Keith 3 attempt. Guys?
Johnny Brahana Mescal, Johnny B, Johnny Buckets, Johnny everything. He is Johnny on the spot. Man, he's just a great scorer, and they have to make sure, like Amy said, it's a great strategy. If you can keep the ball out of his hand, then that's good for Guelph.
Thank you very much, Amy, for that defensive breakdown. And, I'm just the play-by-play guy, so I'm just going to go off the numbers. 5 of 6 from 3 for the Nighthawks. That is some red-hot shooting, Joe.
And they're all confident threes. I haven't seen anybody second-guess themselves. They've all been strong, good jumpers.
Hanlon. Brahana Meskel. To Scrub. Hanlon got the ball in his hands this time, gets to the baseline, kick back out. Brahana Meskel. He has the respect of the Nighthawks defense to Johnny B, and right there they foul him. They're calling that on Anderson.
And that was great experience by Johnny Brahana Mescal to get middle there, have Anderson on his back, and he comes to a complete stop, forcing Anderson to foul him.
Both teams staying out of foul trouble here in the first quarter. That's refreshing. Oh, McCallum tips away the scrub pass, and he breaks out. He gets the transition bucket. Great lead by Green.
Yeah, ball pressure starts your defense, and the fact that he could put the pressure on Tom Scrub on that and get the tip, got his own reward for that.
A little 9-0 run by the Nighthawks has them up 7. Foul called. 25-18. Anderson gets his second. Anderson and Brahana Meskel.
And this is the young guy
warnings.
going against the old vet.
Wow,
both guys.
This is fun.
Yeah, both guys spent a lot of time in Ottawa. I'm sure there's been a few pickup games where they've shared some DNA on each other there, boy. This is what you want, confidence and intensity.
That's GG's and Ravens now spilling over into the CEBL. And that's Boston College. Olivier Hanlon, basket and the bump. Oh, getting it done. Get himself to the line, looking to cut the lead to 4.
Yeah, the game's getting more and more physical. Every take, there's a little bit of contact. And the officials are letting some of the contact go. But we just don't know sometimes when they're going to call the foul.
Hanlon's like, I don't know about all this Ottawa beef. I'm from across the river in Gatineau, man. I'm just chilling, man. I'm out here to score my points. 15 seconds to go here. in the first quarter. Miles Charvis, watched by Thomas Scrubb. Big screen by Arledge off the ball. Keith got wiped out. Charvis pulled up three, no good. 25-21 for the Nighthawks after the opening 10 minutes. You're watching the CEBL Summer Series quarterfinals live on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca and on the CEBL Radio Network.
What is 100 years? In 1920, Erhard Cook turned a passion for headwear into the New Era Cap Company in Buffalo, New York. But everyone was making this kind of hat. So we came up with the big idea to make the best caps for the biggest sport. But something wasn't quite right. We wanted to show the logos with pride. And just like that, the iconic 5950 was born, changing the baseball cap forever. For the first time, the caps the pros wore on the field were officially sold in stores. And then something unique happened. Spike Lee called, the Spike Lee, and asked to have a red Yankees cap to match his jacket. We asked Major League Baseball, and they said we had a chance to be disruptive. Spike's red cap launched sports headwear into a wider culture. Hip-hop made it a staple. Creators made it their own. Colors, fabrics, patterns. It was more than just your favorite team. And a gold sticker on the visor became as iconic as the cap itself. And those four numbers, we think it's an original production number. We don't know for sure, but we love them. From courtside to Crenshaw, from the 50 to 5th, it shouted that this is who you were, what you repped, and where you lived. The world saw it and wanted it. Where were we? Staying true to our roots. Fans of all sports became fans of us. People liked what we were doing, so our brand grew, and we became more than just a cap. That's 100 years. We thank you. Enjoy what comes next.
Welcome back to the Meridian Center. Those listening on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, TSN 1200 in Ottawa, CJOY 1460 AM in Guelph. Unfortunately, we don't have a former NBA champion with us right now, but we have someone with just as much hardware at home. Commissioner Mike Morreale joining us here for the beginning of the second quarter. Commissioner, thank you for joining us. And for everybody across Canada, thank you to you and your team for giving us basketball back in Canada.
Well, listen, I appreciate that, and I am excited about today's games and then Saturday and Sunday. It's great just to see the guys playing basketball, playing at such a high level. That's been, a great surprise, and maybe not something I didn't expect based on how talented these guys are, but to get them on a court with not a lot of prep time and for them to perform the way they have is great.
Yeah, I mean, the sacrifice that so many of these players and coaches and obviously everybody involved with the league has made to bring this to life, how special has it been for you to be able to kind of sit back and see the guys? And obviously you've talked to so many players and everybody just about how special it is for them to be able to get back on the court.
Yeah, and I think, to a man, everybody's so appreciative, and certainly I am of the effort they've put in because it is a journey. I kind of say it's not a marathon, it's not a sprint, it's a triathlon of sorts to get to the point where we're at today, and we have to continue. This is all about staying safe, staying healthy, and everyone has done a tremendous job. I am incredibly proud of not only the players, the coaches, the officials, everybody, but all 200-plus people that have a hand in what's happening today.
We are 20 seconds into this second quarter. 25-21 is your score. The Nighthawks in the lead over the Ottawa BlackJacks. And Commish, we've lost one team here, but Elam Ending was such a huge conversation point coming into this, and man, has it delivered through this summer series.
Well, it really has, and you can see as we're getting closer to the games that are on the line, this is Elam Ending is becoming incredibly closer and tougher and exciting, and we've had some tremendous finishes, one right here this afternoon, and I expect that to hold up for the next few games.
Olivier Hanlon getting to work on the baseline. Olivier Hanlon has it going here for the Ottawa BlackJacks, Joe.
Olivier's done a real good job, and Ottawa did a nice job there spacing. But both these teams are just pounding each other right now.
Yeah, this is exactly what you'd expect from a quarterfinal matchup, and I know a lot went into the scheduling when it comes to this summer series, Mike, and again with the condensed series that we've had, how much of a challenge was it to be able to get everything in and obviously coordinate it with our great partners at CBC?
Oh, it was a constant flurry of activity. You never knew what was going to happen next, and kudos to these guys. You're looking at Ottawa now. This is the third game in a row in as many days. I mean, that is tough, and they are banging on the court like you've talked about. All the teams have been put under incredible pressure, and they've risen to the challenge.
Green to Anderson. He's working on Brahanna-Meskel. Back out to McKenzie. Passes up the three. That is a tough shot over Thomas Scrubb. Kimball McKenzie kiss off glass for two.
Yeah, absolutely super job on his part. Good strong take again. His head never left the rim. Confident shooter today.
Hanlon to Keith. Pierre Charles. He gets on the scoreboard. We are back and forth. I think the other thing too, Mike, and we've talked about it a number of times, the opportunity that this summer series has provided, not only the players and the coaches, but front office staff alike, and obviously everybody here that takes part in hosting this at the Meridian Center. I mean, it's opportunity for people to get back to work, and it's also the opportunity for people to elevate themselves personally in different basketball levels.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at the basketballs being played in the world right now, we're one of the three. And we are incredibly appreciative of the opportunity. I know the players are as well. It is a lot of work by all, but at the same time, it is well worth it to see it live.
Okay, well, you're going to stick around for just a couple more minutes, Kamish. We will be back live on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca and on the CEBL Radio Network.
Well, when I was younger in high school, I was a pretty good athlete. Went to the provincial championships in most sports like volleyball, track, basketball, and of course the goalie. But lately I've been going up the stairs like Fred Sanford. That's why I use Inflamex. Remember, 2 M's, 2 X's.
Inflamex is formulated to relieve joint pain, helps address pain and inflammation at the cellular level, and is GMO-free and allergen-free.
I'm doing better with a little help from my friends at Bell Lifestyle Products, so you can do the things that you do best.
Oh, yeah!
Spend 2 nights in Ottawa and get $100 spending money on us. Dinner and drinks, it's on us. Or culture and sightseeing, it's on us. So relax, it's on us. Spend 2 nights and get $100.
A mark of legacy, a mark of our game. Spalding is the official basketball partner of the CEBL. Get your replica CEBL game ball now at CEBL.ca and take our game to your courts.
Most of our clients who come through our door and who are suffering from mental illness, they're feeling a sense of despair and a longing for help. Often, insurance companies are denying disability claims on the basis that there's insufficient medical evidence. We've represented hundreds of clients who suffer from anxiety or depression. We fight for our clients' right to receive the compensation they deserve. If you've been denied long-term disability, don't give up. We can help.
Your long-term disability firm, Kotak Law.
Welcome back, and a special thank you for those listening on the radio. TSN 1200 in Ottawa and CJOY 1460 AM in Guelph. A reminder that Coventry is the official transportation partner of the CEBL Summer Series. And on that note, speaking to Commissioner Mike Moriali, also, something that can't be overlooked is the fact that everything, coming out of or still in this pandemic, being able to bring business back into the Niagara region and St. Catharines here, it must feel good as just a member of the community to be able to do that as well.
It really does. This is an all-encompassing event that involves a lot of people, and there's a lot of give back as well. It's a multi-million-dollar event. Nice shot there by Scrubb. I'm used to calling football, so when I see a good shot, I got to call that out. But the partnerships we have across the board, the names that are on the court, the ones you see through the LED screen and through our graphic packs, are incredibly important to us, as is the relationship with CBC and Media Pro. And I got to give a shout out to what you guys are doing here on the Gem Games, because this is our last official Gem game. And everybody thinks we got an automatic camera that does everything, but that's not the case. We got guys upstairs, Mitch Marone's up there, and Shelby Villeneuve, and yourself, and Joe, and Amy, and Javon, and Sean Woodley, and Dylan Howe. And I'm going to leave some people out, I know, but the amount of work that goes into getting this and putting the graphics on the board and celebrating the partnerships is incredible. And we're happy to give back to the community. I think it's the right thing to do. We're blessed to have the opportunity to play. And, the city and the community of Niagara has been tremendous to us, certainly, especially from Niagara Health perspective. They have taken care of us, and it's great to give back.
Well, you lateraled that to me, so I will call out the names that you may have missed. Evan Kozner, Nick Rittmeister, who's taking care of the artistic direction. Obviously, Evan Kozner has been our technical director, putting so much of this together for us. Jamie Tan, switching, replay, doing a little bit of everything. Matthew Scott, our talent coordinator. Michelle Biskup, Maria Suriani, the floor manager, and our brand director, of course, Ansh Sanyal, who has been instrumental in so many of the things that we've done from a brand perspective and all the social media work, the entire social media team. I mean, it's been a complete team effort, and you mentioned this is our last CBC Gem game, but all the work that's went into it, to that media day where we got all those visuals. I mean, if there is one thing I can say about the CEBL, it's the support that is given to these players and these programs is out of this world.
We push way above our weight, I'll tell you that. I mean, we have 1/1000th of the budget and 1/1000th of the staffing, and I'll match us up to any league at any time. And thanks for mentioning all those names, because I knew I'd forget some, especially a guy like Evan Kozner, who's the Mr. Everything, and Anch and his team upstairs. So it's great to be a part of it.
Yes, and the reason why I knew all those names is because of a name I left out, Michael Svitkovich.
Oh, yes. How can I forget Mike?
Who has provided me with every stat you could possibly want, exactly when we need it. And like, hey, where's that box score? And he's on his way over with it, and with the bright yellow card with all the thank yous, because I would not have remembered all those names either. But, yeah, I mean, it's and I do have to point out that the reason why the CEBL can punch above its weight like that is because of the passion that everybody has for this sport and this sport in Canada. Again, it's a sport that is still battling from behind, and the reason why it is continuing to battle is because of the people involved in every level.
Well, you know what? You know probably better than most, having been in basketball at multiple levels, and it is something we have a passion for, and the passion comes through with our work. And we're happy to deliver Canadian basketball at the highest level. We're happy that we're giving an opportunity for kids to be able to watch, their kind of heroes of today, and maybe they can see themselves on a CEBL court in the future.
And on this CEBL court right now, the BlackJacks have turned things around thanks to some great battle. They're up 35-31. Olu Famatimi with the defensive rebound off the Lloyd Pandy miss. Charvis back the other way. Back up top to Arledge. Bit of an ugly pass there, and it's out of bounds. Olu Famatimi has to give the ball back to the BlackJacks.
Can I just jump in here just on the youth sports players? Some of the guys this tournament have been outstanding. We're watching Lloyd Pandy here tonight, Rashawn Brown, another one, and there's been many. But wow, they do not look out of place. And I can imagine these guys going back to school. Look out.
Absolutely.
Lloyd Pandy is the youth sports freshman of the year.
Crazy.
Some coaches aren't going to sleep well for 4 years knowing that they're going to have to play against them.
Could be the first ever freshman of the year, followed by CEBL rookie of the year, or I guess youth sports CEBL player of the year. And on cue, thank you, Lloyd. Makes it 37-31 for the BlackJacks. We're over the midway point here of the second quarter. Jason Tom, Amy Otterbert, Joe Razzo, joined by the commissioner, Mike Moriali. On the baseline, kick out, Tate to McKenzie. Tough shot, Kimball McKenzie, gang rebound. The BlackJacks pushing it out the other way. Hanlon crossing over, fires across to Johnny B. Passes it up Great ball movement, Olivier Hanlon. He's off the mark. Ooh, Famatimi got away with a tie up there. Body's hitting the floor. If you can't tell this is a do or die game, you can hear the noise of the bodies hitting the ground, and it's going to go the way of the Nighthawks.
And that's Lloyd Pandy getting that rebound there.
And Corey Johnson checking into the game for Olu Famatimi. And I will tell you that the young basketball players, especially before the NBA kicked off, we're all over seeing what the CEBL is all about, and everybody that I've been talking to incredibly impressed with the level of play and the fact that it's 80% Canadian has been a huge difference. And, the other thing, alley-oop picked off in the corner, Tate no good, is the fact that we have a number of young kids at home watching teams from places like Ottawa and Guelph battling it out. It's 39-31 for the BlackJacks.
Okay, Ottawa has imposed their will in the last 7 minutes here in this quarter, and Guelph has been settling too much and not being physical enough at the rim.
McKenzie looking on the roll, but it's not there. Charvis back to McKenzie. Another pull-up three. This time he is cooled off from range. Jabari Craig getting after it on the glass. Wow. Both these teams laying it all out.
Yeah, there is nobody in white allergic to the floor. Everybody's hitting it.
As part of the CEBL social justice work, you'll hear players, coaches, and staff speak out against racism. And Racism is Not Our Game is featured at each baseline on the back of warm-up shirts as a reminder of the work we all need to do for equality in Canada. And Kamish, have to ask you, how important was it to be able to get a message like that on the baseline for everybody watching at home?
Well, listen, we have to live, breathe, and walk the walk if we're going to talk the talk. And we always wanted to put this in the players' hands because really they experience it, they live it, they breathe it. I'm a white guy, and let's face it, I don't experience it the same way. So if the platform is there for the guys to use, we're going to keep it there, we're going to preach it, and we're going to live by it. And that's just the right thing to do.
2:36 to go in the second quarter, 39-31. The BlackJacks are up by 8. They have turned things around this second quarter, Joe.
Absolutely. Like I said, they've imposed their will, loose balls, doing all the tough things. And when Tyrell Green left the court, they just made a real solid run. But Guelph has grinded enough to play some decent defense. They're still in the game here.
Well, and the BlackJacks playing their third game in 3 days, as mentioned, and there's Corey Johnson getting the role, as mentioned by Mike Moriali, 3 games in 3 days. It will be interesting to see in the second half if they can continue this momentum.
The way they're playing right now, I don't think it'll have an effect on them. I think it's just mind over matter right now, and you got to let adrenaline take you through.
Pandy, watched by Johnson on the baseline. Pandy has to pull it back out. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Keith working it, and a shot clock violation. Some great defense there. We welcome those watching today's game on Twitch. Thousands of fans from around the world use this exciting platform over the last couple days to be a part of the CEBL action. We hope you're enjoying watching everywhere you are, including Twitch, which I know has been getting great traction with this league.
Yeah, it certainly has. We've had some great pickups from people like Twitch. We're about to announce, we'll announce it tomorrow, that we're going to be picked up in Australia, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, and Taiwan. So a potential audience of 150 million people. And that's part of growing the game and growing it internationally. We want to start creating, pathways for our players back and forth to other major international leagues, and this is one step.
Those are all cities and countries that many of our Canadians have in the past found much success playing and now coaching internationally, Joe, as well.
Absolutely. We've got Kyle Julius at the Fraser Valley Bandits, coaches in Taiwan. So we've got players and coaches all over the world. Here we have these last 2 minutes. Guelph did a real nice job. They scored ugly the last 2 baskets, and they had a real good defensive stop. Guelph needs to build momentum right now in this 142, just on defense. Build the momentum on defense.
Johnny Brahana Meskel with the rock. Miles Charvis picking him up. Olivier Hanlon, watched by Mackenzie. Hanlon gets to the baseline. Olivier Hanlon has had his way in this first half.
Yeah, you're asking a lot to guard Olivier Hanlon, a great offensive player with just one guy. Help has to be there on the rotation.
Mackenzie. Corey Johnson into the corner. McCallum, no good. Johnny B, rebound, 1:12 to go. It's a 7-point lead for the BlackJacks. Hanlon getting it down to Shaq Keith. He's got a mouse in the house, but Charvis is one strong mouse. Baseline, TJ Lull now trying his chance at Charvis. And they're calling a foul plus the made basket.
TJ Lull last night hit the Elam Ending winner. Comes in late in this half here with another big basket.
Yeah, another U Sports product who we have seen progress as it goes, and a first-time pro head coach in Osvaldo Genti, who's taking great pride in seeing these leaps and bounds with these players.
Well, what I love is the tenacity of these guys, the young kids getting in and grinding under the backboard with some of these guys, because they've got a lot of seniority on them, but they don't look out of place at all.
Well, I'll tell you, seniority's holding them accountable. And there's only one way to play, and that's how they're playing.
Well, that's something that we've expected to see from Corey Johnson throughout this summer series. He's been a little quiet, but that's big.
I know Coach Kissie's really excited. That'll help them a little bit.
BlackJacks still up 7, 30 seconds to go. Olivier Hanlon, great drop off to Lull, and McCallum just swallowed him up. That is an easy foul call, and Lull will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Tredarius McCallum there almost got caught away from the basket with the first foul and then with the second one.
The winner of this game punches their ticket to take on the number 1 seed Edmonton Stingers, who will be coming off a lengthy break. The BlackJacks will have a possibility. They're playing their 3rd game in 3 days. If they win this game, it will be their 4th in 5 in that semifinal matchup, but a lot of basketball to be played still here. Lull, no good. The lead's at 7, 24 seconds to go. So Guelph can hold it for the final shot, which looks like the plan is for them right now. Charvis with the rock. 2, Mackenzie. Corey Johnson running off the screen. He gets to the baseline. Oh, tough shot, no good. Rebound for the BlackJacks. Thomas Scrub pushing the other way. He finds Hanlon, pull up 3. No good. 44-37. I want to thank you for joining us, Commissioner Mike Moriali, and for everything you did to get things going here. Really appreciate it. And we are definitely in a good spot here with a 7-point lead here in our second quarter final. And joining Amy Audibert on the baseline is Johnny Berhanameskel. Amy, take it away.
Thanks, Jason. Johnny, every time we look down, there's bodies all over the court. It's pretty tight out there. Talk about the intensity in that first half.
Yeah, I think there's been a wave of each team's kind of just showed how physical this game's been, and I think there's going to be a lot more runs left in the second half.
What's it going to take to survive and advance for you guys?
I think it's going to take stops. It's on the defensive end. I think both teams are just battling. It's getting chippy on both ends, and I think it's just about who's got that mental toughness to battle through and execute when the emotions are going.
Take your rest when you can get it, Johnny. Thank you for your time, and we'll be right back for this second quarterfinal CEBL game.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see ya. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends that won't be ya. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not setting out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh, look who's reaching out. Old friends wanna feature now. They don't work, so they need it free. Ooh, you reaching out from the west side of that old town, but there's no shows till I go down to the open mic. Show love to the real ones that know now. Some of y'all don't know now. In a couple months, you gon' find out. Been blowing up from the underground, and they stepping on a landmine now. And he knows it's my time now. Coming up, I'm on a climb now. Everybody claim they been ballin', but it's looking like they took a time out. Okay, I'm working on a Wednesday, then up again the next day. So-and-so is popping, man, I skip him like he leg day. Kick it like I'm Pele, I never care what they say. Put myself on Spotify, so every day my payday. That realness, don't feel this, but I've been sick. That illness, I've been fresh like Will Smith since 94, man, I've built this, stressed out, X'd out, missed calls from my ex now, but I'm staying focused in the lab, baby. I don't need your calls or your text now. God say the boy blessed now. Who am I to say Rondo? And the way that I sell ticks, they been calling me Rondo. 23 in my prime though, finna ball like Lonzo. Go and tell everybody talking stage better be in that convo.
Welcome back inside the Meridian Center. You're watching live on cbcsports.ca, the CBC Gem app, and listening on the CEBL radio network at the halftime. Yesterday in the CEBL, the top 5 plays of the round robin. I think we're going to have to add another play to that at some point. We're going to have an interview with head coach Charles Kissy. That will be Amy Audibert bringing that. Keys to the game will be revisited by Joe Razzo, and then halftime stats presented by BetChris. You are watching on cbcsports.ca, CBC Gem, and listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa and CJOY 1460 AM in Guelph. We'll be back with more quarterfinal action after this halftime break.
Spend 2 nights in Ottawa and get $100 spending money on us. Dinner and drinks? It's on us. Or outdoor fun? It's on us. So relax. It's on us. Spend 2 nights and get $100.
Welcome to Payworks. We're payroll, HR, and time and absence management experts. So whether your business has thousands of employees or just one, let us show you how we're different. We're Payworks, and we're doing business to business, person to person.
Well, when I was younger in high school, I was a pretty good athlete. Went to the provincial championships in most sports like volleyball, track, basketball, and of course the goalie. But lately I've been going up the stairs like Fred Sanford. That's why I use Inflamex. Remember, 2 M's, 2 X's.
Inflamex is formulated to relieve joint pain, helps address pain and inflammation at the cellular level, and is GMO-free and allergen-free.
I'm doing better with a little help from my friends at Bell Lifestyle Products, so you can do the things that you do best.
Oh, yeah!
It's time to rep your CEBL pride, Canada. Exclusive New Era merchandise is now available on CEBL.ca. Buy your favorite hats, replica jerseys, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Welcome to our game. Nighthawks fans, right now you can get 12% off 2021 season tickets by placing your $50 deposit before August 9th, 2020. Visit thenighthawks.ca and take advantage of this exclusive summer series offer. Welcome to a new basketball experience. BlackJacks fans, right now you can get 12% off 2021 season tickets by placing your $50 deposit before August 9th, 2020. Visit theblackjacks.ca and take advantage of this exclusive summer series offer. Welcome to a new basketball experience.
One of the best defenders in this summer series, wearing number 5 in the blue and gold. Tip-off goes the way of Jabari Craig. 12 on the shot clock. Cadogan finding Ashley, getting it done. Pick and roll smash, Oluwaseolu. Running off the green screen, McKenzie again to the rim. Kimball McKenzie getting it done right now. To Vivier, another defensive rebound. Cadogan pushing up top, capers. Two-handed slam dance on the alley-oop connect. 2 left in the quarter. Joel Friesen's got a launch. Oh, big-time shot, Joel Friesen. DeVivier with the rock. Klassen off the ball. DeVivier pulls up for 3. Malcolm DeVivier. He's got ice water in his veins. Pull up 3, ends it, and he is embraced by his head coach, Kyle Julius. The final game of the CEBL Summer Series round robin is now underway.
Huge closer by Bracy Davis.
Oh, Kai Williams. Williams with a little look to his bench. He's looking for Shaq Keith. He runs off the screen, gets it back down to the baseline. Tough move for two, Shaq Keith. Opong, step back jumper is good. Wow, he has provided a lot for a Rattlers team. To Thomas Scrub. He takes it at Negus Webster-Chan, high off of glass over the outstretched arm of Negus Webster-Chan for two. Stay with their game plan, but TJ Lull ends it for the BlackJacks. The kid with the game winner, and his bench is loving it with that shot.
What is 100 years? In 1920, Earhart Cook turned a passion for headwear into the New Era Cap Company in Buffalo, New York. But everyone was making this kind of hat. So we came up with the big idea to make the best caps for the biggest sport. But something wasn't quite right. We wanted to show the logos with pride. And just like that, the iconic 5950 was born, changing the baseball cap forever. For the first time, the caps the pros wore on the field were officially sold in stores. And then something unique happened. Spike Lee called, the Spike Lee, and asked to have a red Yankees cap to match his jacket. We asked Major League Baseball, and they said, we had a chance to be disruptive. Spike's red cap launched sports headwear into a wider culture. Hip-hop made it a staple. Creators made it their own. Colors, fabrics, patterns. It was more than just your favorite team. And a gold sticker on the visor became as iconic as the cap itself. And those 4 numbers, we think it's an original production number. We don't know for sure, but we love them. From courtside to Crenshaw, from the 50 to 5th, it shouted that this is who you were, what you repped, and where you lived. The world saw it and wanted it. Where were we? Staying true to our roots. Fans of all sports became fans of us. People liked what we were doing, so our brand grew, and we became more than just a cap. That's 100 years. We thank you. Enjoy what comes next.
Getting off to a slow start. He's played pretty well for Saskatchewan here this afternoon. Osiande is blocked, and that is Travis Daniels again. Getting the job done on defense, and there's Baker. No way, Jordan Baker does it again.
On both ends of the court, coast to coast.
To work with. Into Trey Bell Haynes, over to Robertson. Sees a couple bodies, finds Haynes. Haynes down the lane, puts it up off glass. That's good. They count it, and the foul. He hits it. We are tied at 79. Bunis Tutu in the lane, puts it up. No good. Rebound grab by Bell Haynes. He's out on the run. They have numbers. Trey Bell Haynes for the win. He does it. Trey Bell Haynes keeps the River Lions alive. The River Lions are going to the knockout round.
Start up the afternoon. Baker from range. Oh, stick back jam. Machukamba. Yes, sir.
Short. Maybe a little bit too ISO heavy there for Robertson. Here's Tutu. Drives into a couple bodies. High off the glass. They're going to count the basket and a foul. Munis Tutu. That is a delicate finish.
Caused him to lose his focus and create turnover. Briante Weber. Look at the handle on Briante Weber. Are you kidding me? That is slick.
He had Cam Forte looking over the wrong shoulder on that.
And then he gave Cam Forte a little pat on the behind. He's a showman, a leader. Boy, it's been so great.
Welcome back to the Meridian Center in St. Catharines, Ontario, home to the 2021 Canada Summer Games. You're watching the CEBL Summer Series live. on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca. You're listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa and on CJOY 1460 AM in Guelph. Let's take a look and a reminder to everybody about the upcoming schedule and where you can find these games. The Hamilton Honey Badgers have already advanced to take on the Fraser Valley Bandits at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday in the first semi. The Edmonton Stingers will take on the winner of this game. That's at 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time. That is on CBC, coast to coast, across Canada. And then on Sunday, August 9th at 12 noon, the championship game. We will have a new CEBL champion crowned on that day. And Joe, let's talk about the Guelph Nighthawks' keys to the game that you talked about off the top.
Well, they wanted to control the tempo and the ball, and they did that early and then got caught in a race where they were chasing from behind. And then they wanted to control the ball with only one player and defending, and that's good in the half court, but again, they got themselves in trouble, and then play through contact. I thought Ottawa was the most physical of the two teams out there, and I thought it had an effect on Guelph late in that second quarter.
And then the Ottawa BlackJacks, who currently have themselves a 7-point lead.
Well, first we said 50-50 balls, and when there's a ball on the court, loose ball, they've been winning them. They've been getting on the floor, and they're just doing a great job on the rebounds too. But they beat the length with their speed. They made it a 94-foot game. Guelph is successful when they made it a half-court defense, but Ottawa's attacked them, and they've hit open shots.
And, when we're talking about the Guelph Nighthawks, they are fighting for their playoff lives, their entire summer series, their entire CEBL season, and it started so well for them. But right now, it will be head coach Charles Kissy joining Amy Audibert for a quick one-on-one. Amy?
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Coach, obviously that 12-point quarter is frustrating, but it's a 7-point game. So just talk us through some of your adjustments quickly.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, we got to do a better job protecting the paint, which is one of our keys. And, they're getting inside, they're getting second chances and rebounding and penetrating and, getting into our house, so to speak. So we have to do a better job protecting the paint. And we got to do the opposite and get some paint touches. We haven't gotten a ton of really good, sort of substantial paint touches, and we want to do a better job getting inside the paint.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Amy. And let's take a look at the halftime stats presented by BetChris. And as Amy mentioned, a 12-point second quarter is not going to get it done for the Nighthawks, but you have to give credit to the BlackJacks. Playing their third game in 3 days, they are definitely getting it done.
Yeah, and the stat that's going to jump out at us is the rebounds. That's, to me, 23-12. That's second chance opportunities. That's stopping, finishing your defensive play, and that leads to 55% field goal percentage.
Yeah, I mean, field goal percentage, when you're shooting over 50%, it's going to take an awful lot for you to lose that game. So the Nighthawks are just going to have to buckle down here in the second half in order to ensure that they can live to fight another day. Again, the BlackJacks, the expansion franchise in the CEBL, it feels like they have experienced so much in just these last few weeks, and it's Olivier Hamlin who started so strong for Ottawa.
And when Guelph moved the ball, and Miles Jarvis there on that little take, once they moved it, and here's Pandy just fighting through contact, and he's been doing that entire series. I guess we can't show rebounds as highlights because that's what Ottawa would have had a whole lot of. Kimball McKenzie's done a good job all half shooting the three, and this is really important. Corey Johnson knocking down that three, playing with a little bit of confidence, is really important for Guelph because now it gives them another weapon that they can throw out here in this second half.
Guelph started 5 of 6 from three-point range, but they definitely cooled off as the half progressed. They need to get back to doing the dirty work, or they will be seeing their season come to an end. The BlackJacks, again, 3 games in 3 days. If they hold on for this win, they will get a day off before they have to take on the number 1 seed Edmonton Stingers.
And I guarantee you, if you said fatigue in that change room, if anybody dared say it, they'd be in trouble because that's something that's not going to be in their vocabulary. At least it wasn't in the first half, and I don't believe it'll be in the second half. Not with this starting 5 unit that Ottawa's got on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, and Ottawa is in good shape when you talk about fouls. was Shaquille Keith, the only player with more than one. Always helps that the Nighthawks start the second half with the ball in their hands. McKenzie started the game good from range. He misses that one from 3-point.
Very similar play to starting the game and a good confident shot by him.
Wow, what a nice touch. Brahena Meskel just lofted that one up softly off glass, off rim for two.
Higher you put it on the backboard, greater the chance you have to score.
McCallum faked the handoff, got it into the corner. That's Arledge, Jonathan Arledge, working his way into the paint. He missed one of those early, but got it to go here in the third.
Yeah, but that's a paint touch. He didn't settle for the long two there. He got himself in there and went to his left hand, which is his strength.
Keith on the wing finds a great cut by Scrub. No good. It looked like Jabari Craig may have smacked the backboard to move it a bit there, but no call. McCallum on the baseline, quick move, no basket. Whistle goes, foul on Pierre Charles.
And another paint touch for Guelph. And I think Jabari Craig there could have played through the contact. I think he went up looking for the foul rather than looking for the make. And that's what you got to do if you're going to get through this Ottawa team. You've got to go to score. And if you get fouled, then there's a reward. But don't go looking for the foul, because sometimes you put it in the official's hands and you're going to lose that battle.
So much great leadership has been shown throughout this summer series by a number of different players and teams. And right there, Marcus Anderson taking Miles Charvis aside, giving him a little bit of advice there. And I mean, that's a first-year pro talking to now a second-year pro, but two U Sports guys.
Yeah, but Marcus Anderson has the best scouting report of anybody, because he's practiced against these guys maybe a couple of 100 days.
Yep. I just love to see the player-led teams. Charvis with a tall task guarding Olivier Hamlin. Keith running off the screen. Ooh, could have been a travel. He kicks it back out to Hamlin. Hamlin spins on Charvis. Rebound by Arledge. A stop for the Nighthawks, just what the doctor ordered. Arledge transition now. Crossing over. Picks up his dribble, finds McCallum. McCallum's pass is almost picked off.
Yeah, Shaq Keith did a nice job on defense, getting his hands in the ball in the passing lane there.
Bell Lifestyle Products, proud to provide natural health products for the elite athletes of the CEBL, retired athletes and weekend warriors alike. Never stop doing your thing. Men's health, empowered by nature. Bell Lifestyle Products. There's always a big Price is Right fan, Joe, and I feel like I have a little bit of that in me when I call out some of those.
Yeah. One of the few turnovers there. Now Ottawa turns around. Again, we had that in the first game. Olivier Hanlon doesn't give Pierre Charles enough time to set the screen and rushes over top of it, and the official calls it.
So the Nighthawks now have a chance to bring it down to a one-possession game. They're stuck 5, a minute 45 into this third quarter. Charvis has it swatted by Pierre Charles.
Yeah. Miles got to turn that corner, not with the intention to only score, but he's got to turn that corner with the intention to probe a little bit. The score's an option, but he can't get himself so deep in there that it's his only option.
Kimmel McKenzie inbounding. McCallum, 3-ball, back rim, no good. Keith with the rebound, and he is pushing it the other way. Out of control, taken away by McCallum, and the Nighthawks come back the other way with numbers. Ooh, I heard a smack, but no whistle. Oh, Hanlon to Keith. And we got a tech on McCallum. Wow, that is so costly. You're watching on CBCSports.ca, the CBC Gem app, and on the CEBL Radio Network.
Follow the Guelph Nighthawks on social media right now to get the latest news, updates, and behind-the-scenes access that the Nighthawks have to offer. Follow the Ottawa BlackJacks on social media right now to get the latest news, updates, and behind-the-scenes access that the CEBL's newest club has to offer.
Welcome back. Kotak Law is the official law firm of the CEBL Summer Series. They know these times have been hard for many Canadians. That's why they're donating $7,000 to the Canadian Mental Health Association. They invite CEBL fans to join them. Join cmha.ca today and join Nanish Kotak in supporting the mental health of Canadians from coast to coast. That technical free throw extends the lead to 8 for the BlackJacks.
And Guelph was down to almost a one-score possession there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, just a couple ball shots didn't go in. But then the mental toughness. You can't get yourself in a situation where you're going to draw technicals and worry about the contact and get involved with the officials.
Yeah, because just like that, Darius McCallum now with 3 personal fouls. Again, FIBA rules, a tech counts to your personal foul total. Thomas Scruggs stepped out of bounds on the baseline.
Guelph needs another solid possession. If they go back to what they did to start of this half, inside touches. Doesn't mean they have to score with the post move, but they need an inside touch. Take advantage of their size.
Charvis to Kimball McKenzie. Kick out. Arledge, 3. Yeah, I mean, if you're not hitting those shots, you can't take those if you're Jonathan Arledge.
That's a little bit of the opposite of what I was thinking.
Brahenna Meskel, no good. 1 and done for the BlackJacks. I think the Nighthawks got lucky there. And Arledge is getting away with some chippy play out there. McKenzie, McCallum. Cross over to the baseline. McCallum, you knew he was going to get a whistle his way, so he took it to the rim.
And that was a better, stronger take than the last 2. But I like the opportunity. I like the situation there defensively. Ottawa still closing out hard, playing strong.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing a lot of hands on hips out there for the BlackJacks. They're getting a little tired, but they are still playing very, very hard.
And this is where Guelph in the first half did a real good job and got back in the game. When that second unit for Ottawa came in, they brought in Tyrell Green, and all of a sudden he made an impression on the game immediately on the offensive end.
Yeah, and Green checking back in right now for Arledge. I think Coach Kissey's thinking if I'm going to get 3-point attempts out of that position on the floor, I'd rather it be Tyrell Green.
And then you bring Marcus Anderson, and all of a sudden your defense improves immediately just because he can put pressure on the basketball like no one else on their team.
Anderson waiting to check in for McCallum, who's at the line. Craig battling for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Charvis saved it off Olivier Hanlon. So the Nighthawks get the ball back, still down 7. Trying to get back to the point that they just were before the wheels fell off for a short stretch there.
Tough spot to inbound from here. Just because it's not familiar and the spacing's not the same as a regular side out of bounds play.
Charvis to McCallum. Green swings it to Anderson. Craig rolled towards the baseline, and it goes out of bounds off his left hand.
I think with Jabari Craig, you got to be able to lead him and put it up in the air. I thought the idea they put it in the air, but they played behind him.
Yeah, tough pass to catch. Munis Tutu in the game for the BlackJacks. He's bringing it over midcourt, and he is being hounded by Miles Charvis. Charvis staying with Tutu. The pass is dropped off, but it goes out of bounds. Hey, the BlackJacks offense has become a little stagnant here, allowing the window to be left open for the Nighthawks.
And with their substitutions right now, of Kibbe, Tutu, and Pandy, they brought 3 real good defensive players and physical players on the floor, but they don't have no outside shooting, so it'll allow Guelph to load up a little bit if they can stop the ball.
Marcus Anderson with Tutu on him. Anderson drives, invites some contact, flat shot, front rim, one and done for the Nighthawks.
And there's a difference between inviting contact and playing through it. And just got to be a little bit more aggressive and you get a solid take or a foul.
Pandy has it picked off. Anderson, tough pass to Craig, but he brought it in and got it to go. Good on Jabari Craig.
Great deflection by Marcus Anderson. Made things happen as soon as he steps on the floor.
The Nighthawks have spent the last 2 minutes cutting it back down to 5, which is where they were before that costly technical foul. Munis Tutu drop off to Pandy. Looking to draw the charge was McCallum, no whistle. Leads back to 7. Anderson setting up the offense. Craig coming up to set the screen. He goes the opposite way, and McCallum pops out to the wing in 3-point range. Takes Hanlon. Lots of contact. Ooh, even more contact. McCallum falls hard to the floor. Tripped over a fallen Eric Kibbe.
Yeah, another strong take. He's been rewarded twice now with stronger takes to the rim.
51-44, the Ottawa BlackJacks maintaining their lead. We are just over the midway point of the third quarter. Thomas Scrubb checking in for Olivier Hanlon. As you had mentioned before, keeping one starter in with the 4 young bucks. This time it's Scrubb coming in for Hanlon.
Yeah, and Eric Kibbe comes off the bench for them. He's a veteran with lots of playing experience, but not known as a great scorer. He's more of a defensive role player, and his idea there is to stop the big guys from scoring inside.
Osborne, Pandy, and Tutu, the other 3 on the floor for the BlackJacks, along with Scrubb and Kibbe. McCallum gets the roll on the second. Olu Famatimi checks in for McCallum. Jonathan Arledge in for Jabari Craig, and Kimball McKenzie in for Miles Charvis. So Coach Kissy playing some chess with Osvaldo Genti after he makes his substitutions. Tutu, pull-up 3. No good, it goes over the top of the backboard, out of bounds. The 2021 CEBL season ticket drive is well underway. It will continue throughout the CEBL Summer Series. You got a couple more days to visit nighthawks.ca or theblackjacks.ca to place your $50 deposit, receive a 12% discount, and secure your 2021 season tickets.
In that last defensive series there, Guelph went under the ball screen, forcing Munis Tutu to shoot the 3 and daring him.
Well, this is something that can change the momentum rather quickly. The BlackJacks, who were not in any foul trouble in the first half, are now in the penalty. That means that the Nighthawks will be going to the stripe the rest of the quarter with 4:33 left.
And the reason they're in the penalty is because they've had some post touches. They've attacked the basket. They put the pressure on Ottawa to guard them.
The lefty Arledge is short on the first. Arledge splits a pair, cuts the lead to 4. It seems like it's taken the Nighthawks a lot to get it back to this 4-point spread.
And the nice thing for the Nighthawks are they've been here before. They've got it down to 4. Now they just got to play straight, smart defense.
Pandy, kick out. Osborne, he finds, it was the right pass, but just not on target to Scrubb, and it rolls right to Charles Kissy. The Nighthawks will get it back.
Yeah, and you've got to be visible to the passer. And I just like, in a game like this, anything that's casual is going to cost you.
Yeah, and Osvaldo Genti, feeling that momentum shift, goes back to his vets, Brahana Meskel and Olivier Hanlon, joining Scrubb, Pandy, and Lal. Kimball McKenzie. To Arledge. Hands off to Famatimi out on the wing. Gets it back down low to Arledge. Nice patient play for 2 off glass to cut it to 2.
Great spin seal by Arledge to make himself nice and big, having an easy open area for Olu to throw the ball to.
Hanlon to Brahana Meskel. Oh, he spins but loses it. Body's hitting the floor. McKenzie getting after it. Whistle on Brahana Meskel.
So because there was no control, as soon as Johnny Brahana Meskel touches the ball in the backcourt, he's deemed now violation. I think Guelph would have said, let's forget about the violation. Let's just go, because I think they had advantage.
Well, a bucket will get the Nighthawks back to even. Anderson, stuck 2. He's waiting for Arledge. They like that matchup. Arledge on Lal. Arledge, kick out. Anderson's got to beat the shot clock. Rims out. Famatimi tip out. Anderson gets the loose ball. Arledge back to Famatimi in the corner. He gets to the baseline. He kicks it out to McKenzie. Frantic right now on the offense. Tyrell Green, circus shot, rims out. The BlackJacks maintain. Pandy, sold that one, and it's Arledge with the foul.
Yeah, you were right. Frantic is maybe the best description of it. But this unit right now for Guelph, with Anderson on the floor, Tyrell Green, and Famatimi coming off the bench, been super.
Amy Audibert, check it in. Take it away.
Well, we know Lloyd Pandy's story, at least that he's had a tremendous first year at 19 years old for the Carleton Ravens. He's actually enrolled right now in summer school. He's a finance and accounting major. He was studying for a midterm when Ottawa GM Dave Smart called him and said, hey, we need you to get down here. So he took the midterm. He packed his stuff the next day, and his parents drove him down. Keep in mind, guys, he's been working out at home. He hasn't even been in the gym. He says bigger, faster, stronger, definitely the difference at the pro game, but he's crediting his success and understanding the systems to knowing the coaches and playing alongside 3 of his Raven teammates. Guys?
You hear that, kids? Taking summer school, because he knows when things get back to the season, he wants to be ahead of the game. Take notes. Foul called there.
Some of us had to take summer school because we had no choice.
Reasons, right?
A good attack by Kimball McKenzie on that. Good, strong attack. And that's what Guelph's doing. That's the difference between Guelph right now in this third quarter than Guelph in the second quarter. They're attacking the basket, looking to score, drawing the contact, playing through it.
McKenzie hits the first. Corey Johnson back on the floor for the Nighthawks. McKenzie misses the second. These free throws are so important right now for the Nighthawks, and they're leaving them at the line. And Johnny Brahana Meskel makes them pay to push the lead back to 4.
And it was a communication error there, too. They were coming off a free throw, and guys were scrambling to find out who they were guarding.
Tyrell Green down low. Arledge, skip pass was not a good one. Brahana Meskel poked it away and chased it down. Oh no, Johnny B! What a huge shot from the corner 3 to push it back to 7.
The hustle play maybe of the series.
Wow.
Everybody gave up on that ball except Johnny.
I gave up on it. I was waiting for it to go to bounds. Johnson drew that call.
So when you play real physical basketball, what often happens is the standard of what a foul is becomes a little bit more aggressive as the game goes on. And all of a sudden now, you get yourself in a situation, what was a foul early isn't a foul because the standard now has changed.
Olivier Hanlon did not appreciate that call. And you hear head coach Osvaldo Genti saying, you're bailing him out. Well, I'll tell you this. The Nighthawks are going to look back at the free throw numbers at the end of this game, and if they lose it, they know that that's where they lost it. Because they've had many opportunities here in the third. And Corey Johnson just missed 2.
And here's a guy who's a real good, solid three-point shooter.
For Hannah Meskel. Bounce pass to Pierre Charles. He falls out of bounds. Well, the BlackJacks are not putting things away. That's for sure.
Yeah, one of the toughest plays is catching the ball in a small space and trying to get your footwork gathered.
Darius McCallum's back into the game with those 3 fouls. So important to this Nighthawks squad for him to be effective. Kimball McKenzie to Jonathan Arledge in rhythm. Back rim 3 is no good. Arledge has not been strong from range in this one. Corner 3, scrub no good.
You know, that kick out to Arledge on that 3 for Guelph, Arledge was visible. That's not a three-point wall. It's a line. And if he dives on that kick out, then it's a dunk. And somehow we all get caught in letting people stand behind that line. If you're visible there, you're visible right at dive into the basket.
And take 2 steps in, receive that pass. McKenzie back to Charvis. This is the starting backcourt for the Nighthawks back on the floor. They work it around. McKenzie passes it up. McCallum. Wow, that is going to be very helpful for the Nighthawks. 3-ball cuts it to 4 with 1:05 left.
Nice flow, nice passing, good solid shot. A lot of what they did early in the first quarter.
Hanlon gets to the baseline. No call. Yeah, late call.
Sometimes with these electronic whistles, the noise at it, we don't hear it. So either it was a late call, but it definitely was a call.
I know Hanlon, very high basketball IQ, feels like the last foul on him on the other end should not have been called. He let it be known. And sometimes when you get that in the ref's ear and you take it hard on the other end, you'll get that whistle.
Particularly when a player on the other team has already gotten a technical. Sometimes there's a way, you often see them evening out.
Yes, it's amazing how that happens. And here's the difference. BlackJacks, specifically Hanlon, very strong from the line. 50 seconds to go, 6-point lead for the BlackJacks. This game's still very much hanging in the balance. But nobody has been able to put this one out of reach. Kimball McKenzie, that was well off the mark.
So Guelph had 2 chances to score in this minute. They got to defend here.
Ooh, Tutu could have had that pass picked off. Instead, Hanlon launches for 3, and no good. 4-second difference, game clock, shot clock, 6-point lead for the Ottawa BlackJacks. The Nighthawks with the ball. McKenzie driving into the lane. One-legged floater, no good. Now 11 left in the third quarter.
And he left a little bit too much bone on the clock there.
Oh, Hanlon to Scrub. And Thomas Scrub's not going to miss that gimme. A bad end of the quarter, Joe.
Yeah, it's time management. You got to make sure you're going to take the last shot, not give them something extra.
You're watching the CEBL Summer Series quarterfinal live on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and on the CEBL Radio Network.
Elam Ending is upon us, and they take the timeout to set the target score.
Gets up into the air, gets it to go! Not there, Boucard in the corner for 3. Guillaume Boucard at the buzzer, drains it, and the Niagara River Lions get out of here with a 93-92 victory.
Well, when I was younger in high school, I was a pretty good athlete. Went to the provincial championships in most sports like volleyball, track, basketball, and of course the goalie. But lately I've been going up the stairs like Fred Sanford. That's why I use Inflamex. Remember, 2 M's, 2 X's.
Inflamex is formulated to relieve joint pain, helps address pain and inflammation at the cellular level, and is GMO-free and allergen-free.
I'm doing better with a little help from my friends at Bell Lifestyle Products, so you can do the things that you do best.
Oh, yeah.
Most of our clients who come through our door and who are suffering from mental illness, they're feeling a sense of despair and a longing for help. Often, insurance companies are denying disability claims on the basis that there's insufficient medical evidence. We've represented hundreds of clients who suffer from anxiety or depression. We fight for our clients' right to receive the compensation they deserve. If you've been denied long-term disability, don't give up. We can help.
Your long-term disability firm, Kotak Law.
We are almost underway. The final quarter of quarterfinal Thursday. Doesn't have the same ring as semifinal Saturday, but the winner of this game will advance to semifinal Saturday to take on the #1 seed Edmonton Stingers. 2-2 to Scrub. Scrub gets it back to 2-2, and it's Shaq Keith getting position on the low block. Arledge with a big hack on Keith.
And all Arledge had to do there was to get in there with his legs and then out of his length. The fact that he put his arms down there, let Shaq go underneath, Shaquille Keith went underneath him and drew the contact.
That free throw didn't have a chance. But the second is pure money. Amazing how that happens. 9-point lead for the Ravens. I did it once. I called them the Ravens just once this entire summer series. Alley-oop is no good. McCallum looking for the call. Not there. Hanlon back the other way. The BlackJacks with some pep in their step looking to put this one away.
And that was a timeout call on that play, trying to get a backscreen communication. But this Ottawa team, of all the teams in the series, might be the best at communicating.
Jonathan Arledge has picked up 2 fouls in 35 seconds. He now has 3 in the game. Keith running off the screen. 3 is no good. Big rebound by Miles Charvis. Tyrell Green back up top. McCallum. He's the leading scorer for the Nighthawks. He gets it to Green, who made a nice cut into the lane and drops an easy 2.
Found a nice soft spot, became visible to the passer, and easy score. Good basketball by Tyrell Green. He's just been an efficient scorer throughout the entire series.
Munis Tutu is mauled by Arledge. He said it was all ball. I guess the ref's just like, we can't call 3 fouls in 1 minute on the guy, can we?
Well, I think Munis Tutu doesn't see 6'10" and long a whole
point.
lot.
Yes. Quite a physical disparity there between the two. Arledge gets it back to Charvis. Charvis ran out of room. Arledge to Green. 8 on the shot clock. Clean strip by Keith. They said they thought it went off the leg of Green, but no, the Nighthawks would get it back. 7 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Kissy felt that was a strip.
Green. Oh, big flop. And over the fallen body of Shaquille Keith, Green drops a jumper.
Yep, and easy flop on it.
Scrub working on McCallum, gets to the baseline. Oh, great footwork by Scrub. Foul on McCallum. Scrub will go to the line to earn 2. And we got a flop warning.
So I guess what the official felt there, same as us, he didn't want to disturb the play, called the flop warning on the dead ball.
And as Valdo Genti is telling Keith, you got to stay strong. We need you to be a soldier. Don't try to draw the charge. On a post-up. I mean, this isn't the NBA. So, it's 64-57 for the Ottawa BlackJacks. 150 gone in this fourth quarter. Green, 3, no good. Jarvis gets the long rebound. He hands it off to Anderson. He finds Jabari Craig. Yeah, just buried the shoulder into scrub, and we got a charge.
And I don't understand where he thought he was going to go on that. Fourth team foul. We got 14 fouls now to Guelph, to 0 for Ottawa, and Guelph's got to try to make the comeback. Not sure what he was thinking on that last play.
Math is not adding up too well for the Nighthawks right now. They're going to need to catch fire from range again, like they did to start this game, as they, as you mentioned, are not winning this foul battle here just 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the fourth. Keith, Pandy, Pierre Charles cut off by Arledge. Hanlon gets into the lane. Olivier Hanlon has cooled off since a strong first half.
Ottawa did a real nice job identifying the zone and getting right into their zone offense, but Guelph played nice and long there.
Oh, nice take. Arledge wiped out Keith underneath, and Jarvis took advantage with 2 off glass.
So Guelph stays with the 2-3 zone here.
Throwing a little different defense here. And the BlackJacks trying to solve it. Hanlon, 4 on the shot clock. Bodies hitting the floor for the Nighthawks. Hanlon takes advantage, hitting a trifecta.
And unfortunately for the Nighthawks, the bodies were their own.
Yes, 2 of them taken out on that play. Hanlon capitalized. Jarvis now. Gets it to Arledge. Jarvis to the baseline. Kick out. Tyrell Green. Wow, what a huge shot for the Nighthawks, cutting it to 5. 3 balls good.
With this big lineup on the court right now, Guelph's got to be able to stop them, not just show their size, but they got to play big.
Pandy takes it from the free throw line and in, but misses the layup. Tap out goes the way of the Nighthawks. Tyrell Green, misses the layup.
Jabari Craig on that one there did a real nice job of staying big.
Lots of contact, and that is Craig hacking Shaq Keith. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
When you're a big man like Jabari Craig with all that length, if you are late getting to the spot in rotation, which he was, then you got to use the bluff and use your length and still be a weapon out there.
Olivier Hanlon with the type of checking out of the game you want. He stood there, waited for Tutu to come in and check in for him, and just gave him that look, 2-hand fist pump, just saying, come in and finish this for us.
Coach Kissy asking if the fouls numbers are right because it's 5-0 in favor of Ottawa. Just his subtle way of saying, I think we need at least 1.
Marcus Anderson in rhythm, no good. Pierre Charles called for the foul on Craig.
And no play on the ball there. No play at all on the ball there. I believe by definition that could be unsportsmanlike.
Gonna guess it's because it's off the rebound?
Well, it's still a no play on the ball. Like it's deliberate fouls. FIBA done a great job of eliminating that.
And a steal on the inbounds, a lazy pass. Pandy picks it off. Keith spinning, no good. Pandy almost came down with the offensive rebound, but the Nighthawks come away with it. Jarvis in transition, 3 goes over top of the backboard, not even giving the Nighthawks a chance to rebound it. 5:35 to go, 68-62 for the BlackJacks. They have not been able to put this game away, Joe.
No, they haven't, and Guelph's had a great opportunity, but Guelph's done a nice job on the defensive end, but they've got to start putting a little run together on both offense and defense.
The first team to get it done on both ends of the floor consistently is going to win this game. Pandy, jumper, no good. They're going to live with him taking that.
They dared him.
Shaquille Keith tried again to draw. He already got a warning. Charvis gets it to Arledge. Arledge will go to the line, miss the layup. There's been a lot of, I think that's the biggest thing for me with the Nighthawks. They haven't been able to convert a three-point play. They haven't been able to finish through the contact.
Yeah, very few, way too often for them. They're going through, they're using the contact and they're stopping after the contact. And if you want to score the old-time three, you got to score the bucket first and then get fouled.
Arledge hits the first. Tradarius McCallum at the scores table. I believe he's going to check in for Arledge if he makes it. 5:03 left, just over a minute away from Elam ending time, but McCallum's being brought back to the bench. Arledge hits the second. Well, here we go. 4-point lead for the BlackJacks. We are just over a minute away from Elam ending time. Thomas Scrub, wow, he is automatic from that range, little one-hander.
But they identify the zone, they know the soft spot, and they get the guy to the middle of the zone where they can operate and attack the zone from a great spot.
Charvis to Arledge. Jabari Craig carved out some space. They can't get it to him. Charvis kick out. This would be big. Kimball McKenzie, no good. He has not been able to refine his rhythm since his hot start. Tutu, no good. Oh, he gets back the long rebound. Tutu gets the roll on the second, and the BlackJacks bench is feeling it.
You gotta love the confidence of the young guy. He knew he had to shoot it. He hadn't been shooting well, but he knew he had to shoot it.
Leads at 9. That was a big possession for the BlackJacks. Charvis to Arledge. He is all kinds of size difference on Tutu. Pick your foul. So we are right at the 4-minute mark. Arledge will go to the line. So that means our target score is going to be 82.
It's 4 minutes or under Elam time starts. So teams have gone to their bench. And you're absolutely right. 82 is the lucky number.
Well, it only took me, 2 weeks to be able to get my math going on the fly. These are big free throws right now. Arledge hits the first.
And Guelph has to start on defense here because no matter if he makes it or he misses it, it's going to be Ottawa ball.
He misses the second. Missed free throws, Joe. So 82. Okay. As my voice echoes throughout the arena. A reminder of the remaining CEBL Summer Series schedule. Man, Joe, after this, we're down to 3 games. Saturday's semis. Fraser Valley will be taking on the Hamilton Honey Badgers. The Edmonton Stingers will take on the winner of this game. And on Sunday, championship game at noon. Now that the Rattlers are gone, there will be a new CEBL champion crowned live coast to coast on CBC. Take a look at the Elam ending to date. Average score 87.9. This one is 82. And we've said all along that teams and coaching staffs would get used to the Elam ending as we moved along, and we've seen much better execution in these final Elam ending times.
Absolutely, and we saw a couple games now. The last game we saw was next basket wins. But during this timeout here, it's really important that Guelph approach of everything in that timeout's got to be positive. Everything in there's got to be, like, you can't forget, you can't worry about what happened. You got to be positive. And what we found in Elam time, the team that scores first has a little bit of an advantage, especially if you're the team that's behind, because you start putting that, the team who's leading thinking not to lose, and you start putting that in their mind. It becomes a mind game as much as anything else, but what it does do for the team that's behind, I believe it gives you a greater chance of winning because the clock is off. It's not a factor. All you have to do is straight out play on both ends of the floor.
The Ottawa BlackJacks shooting 61% in their paint touches. They have led for 30 minutes of this 35-minute game.
And they have a foul to give. So it tells you they've been able to play incredibly physical this half or this quarter without fouling.
Playing their third game in 3 days, the BlackJacks. This would be a great win for their franchise, getting themselves in the semifinals in their inaugural season. Thomas Scrub, half the shot clock's gone. Brahana Meskel working on Charvis. Brahana Meskel 6 of 7 from the field, but he gives it to Shaq Keith. Tough take, gets the contact, gets it to go off glass.
And Ottawa's got their 5 most experienced players on the floor right now during Elam time, with Kibbe on the court.
Charvis to McKenzie, extra pass, another pass. Arledge fakes the 3, takes it hard, can't get it to go, can't get his own rebound. Target score is 82. Into the corner, Olivier Hanlon for 3. Oh, yes. Olivier Hanlon has been feeling it in this do-or-die game.
So Ottawa's staying to exactly what they do, push the basketball.
Ottawa with 5 quick points here. That's a backbreaker when you are the Nighthawks, who need 17 to win this game. Famutimi checking into the game. And the BlackJacks call a timeout. Man, they come out, go on a 5-0 run, then call a timeout. That is just basketball IQ with Osvaldo Genti wanting to talk to his crew.
So they had a timeout, they had a foul to give. Johnny Brahana Mescal looked a little tired there, took the foul out there. Now they've got the timeout. He's going to make sure he's got an experienced group on the floor here with the most veteran 5 for Ottawa, and he's going to be in a situation where he's not going to let them slip at all mentally. Where Guelph, Coach Kissie's just got to say, listen, we've got to play some defense. We need to get a score. A little bit like they did. But the thing is, you can't foul. Like, you have to play perfect defense, because sending him to the free throw line is a seal of your own fate. So you have to play perfect defense right now if you're Guelph.
Ottawa BlackJacks playing their third game in 3 days, but they don't look it right now. They are up 13 and are just 4 points away from booking their ticket to semifinal Saturday. That would be an impressive inaugural season for this squad. Again, this is a team that lost Philip Scrub after just 2 games. He had to go overseas to join his team for the upcoming season. To think that the BlackJacks have been able to do this without him, very impressive.
And with Phil Scrub, they were 0-2 at the time, so they've just evolved as a team.
So that's been the magic. They had to get rid of Phil. He was just terrible for the team.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams that would take Phil Scrub.
Exactly. That was sarcasm for those at home. If you weren't aware, obviously the BlackJacks would love to have him in, and that is 2 from Jabari Craig. Well, BlackJacks have not been stopped yet in Elam time in this game. Brahana Meskel. Oh, nice pass to Kibbe. Sent back by Craig. McKenzie to Charvis. He's pushing to Craig. No good on the lay-in. Jabari Craig getting on the floor, and the Nighthawks will get it back.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if Miles Jarvis there, having the opportunity, I don't know if he was going to make that decision, giving the ball Jabari Craig going down the middle.
Osvaldo Genti gets teed up. Is that the first tech in Elam Ending time?
I think so. We've had it in Elam end with the goaltend.
Yes. Well, now we have our first technical in CEBL Elam Ending history. Mark that one down in the record books. Olu Famutimi inbounding on the sidelines. Craig, handoff, McKenzie. Oh, he gets himself into the lane. That was a nice move by Kimball McKenzie. Has lost it from range, so he takes it to the hole, cutting the lead to 8. They are now just 12 points away.
Nice strong tack there.
Hanlon has been crafty with those pocket passes.
And Jabari Gregg has forced the last 2 shots to be missed just because of his size and length inside.
Tredarius McCallum takes it to the rim. No good. BlackJacks on the run. They have numbers. Hanlon forcing it, pulls it back out. Looks down low to Keeby. McKenzie called for the foul on the floor, but again, they're in the bonus, so they will be heading to the line, will be the BlackJacks.
So the result, probably the foul's not as important. The fact that he pushed him out of bounds, now the referee has to call that a foul.
Keeby misses the first. The Nighthawks are still alive. 4 points to the target score are the BlackJacks. Gets the second. McCallum tried to take it off the rim, didn't have a chance. Okay, so the Nighthawks need 12. The BlackJacks need 3. Charvis. To Craig, gets it back. Charvis. Ooh, pass was almost picked off. McKenzie from downtown rattles around and out. BlackJacks can end it here with a 3. Don't ask me for my prediction, Joe. Hanlon, no good. Gang rebound poked out by the Nighthawks. McCallum, back the other way. McKenzie, hard to the hole, kick out McCallum. He takes it back into the lane for 2. BlackJacks were not going to foul.
Because there's no clock, the 2s are so important. You can just get a group of 2s. You don't have to force the 3. There's not a factor that's telling you have to take a bad shot ever.
For Hannah Meskel. Oh, threads the needle to Keeby for 2. They are just 1 away from the target score, and that is a defensive substitution. Substitutions, no timeout. Anderson coming in. So, 82 the target score. BlackJacks just need 1 more basket of any kind, while the Nighthawks need a 10-0 run.
It's nice to know you still have some hope.
Yes. McKenzie, drive. No good. And it's going back the way of the BlackJacks. They can put it on ice here.
You'll find Ottawa here will probably move the basketball, try to get themselves in a physical ball screen situation, maybe draw the foul or attack the basket. Risk and reward. Don't put yourself in a situation where you put them on the line if you're Guelph.
Scrub gets it to Shaq Keith. Not even close on the hook shot. Back the other way. McCallum. Famutimi. McKenzie pulls again from range. Just doesn't have it. Kimball McKenzie has not been able to find his range in the second half.
And good shots. Good transition 3. Nice pass off. He's ready.
Turnover. The BlackJacks give it right back. I think the legs are feeling just a little tired, Joe.
I'm kind of surprised Tyrell Green's not on the floor because he's been that real good offensive player for them. Yeah, you're right. The people are getting tired.
Again, the Nighthawks playing without Jamal Reynolds, out with a fractured nose. That's been a big loss for this squad, especially on the offensive end. McKenzie to Arledge. Ooh, big time 3 from the big man. They have 7 points to get to the target score. The BlackJacks just need 1 more basket. And they give it to Johnny Buckets. Turnover, the Nighthawks back the other way. McCallum's open. 3. No good. Famutimi can't pull it in. They got to get back. Everyone looking tired out there right now.
I still think you don't have to rush the 3. Take the 2. There's no clock.
Olivier Hanlon says, okay, we're done. The ice bath is going to feel nice tonight because the Ottawa BlackJacks, in their inaugural season, have booked their ticket to semifinal Saturday. They will be taking on the #1 seed Edmonton Stingers thanks to an 83-75 win over the Guelph Nighthawks.
Yeah, real solid game. Ottawa stayed tough and tight down the stretch and used that experience to finish off the Elam time.
And head coach is Valdo Genti in his rookie professional season as a head coach helps bring his team into the semifinals. They are one of the top 4 teams in the CEBL in their first season, and joining Amy Audibert is the Elam Ender, Olivier Hamlin.
Games in as many days. Explain the mental toughness it took to advance today.
It's tough, man, but I feel like we're feeling better. We came here kind of a little beaten up, but guys got rested, and just a mentality change. You know, we came here maybe a little cocky, but you know, now we're digging down as a unit. We're playing good defense, rebounding, and we're getting these dubs.
And now you take this game and kind of wipe it off the table because the semis are set. It's Edmonton on Saturday. How do you use one day to get ready for them?
Well, we just came out of back-to-back, so just feeling one day is going to feel amazing for us. But, you know, tomorrow probably get into the gym, do some walkthrough stuff, and just get ready for Edmonton.
All right, we'll get some ice, Olivier. We'll go back to you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Get some ice, get some oxygen. Olivier Hamlin finishing with 19 points on 7 of 15 shooting. He had it going in the early going. He also had 6 boards and 4 assists, but really a total team effort for the BlackJacks, especially defensively. They held the Guelph Nighthawks to just 36% shooting from the field.
And I look at that Ottawa team, and I look at Johnny Brahana-Mascal, Tom Scrub, and Olivier Hamlin, and they dropped 52 points, I think, between the 3 of them.
Yep.
And that's their leadership, and they did it on the defensive end as well. And they got people involved. That was a super job with a team that never used an excuse of being tired.
And they did it without Philip Scrub and without Kyle Landry. Semifinal Saturday kicks off at 1:30 p.m. Eastern live on CBC, followed by the second semi following that game, and of course Championship Sunday noon, also coast to coast on CBC. The Fraser Valley Bandits are awaiting their matchup, as are the Edmonton Stingers. 2 great semifinals coming your way, the Honey Badgers and Bandits, and then you got the BlackJacks and the Stingers. Great parity in this league in this summer series, Joe.
And you've got rest going up against a little momentum right now. With that one-day preparation, the other teams could rest and work on their own stuff, but the prep for the team that you're going to compete starts tomorrow. And Ottawa will take the rest, but I know they've done a real good job of prepping up till now.
Stick with me. I want to thank Evan Cosner, Nick Ripmeister, Shelby Villeneuve, Mitch Marone, Jamie Tan, Matthew Scott, Michelle Biscup, Dylan Howe from Maria Suriani, and Ansh Sanyal, of course, Sean Woodley, Javon Shepard, Joe, Amy, everybody who's involved in the CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and of course, for everyone listening on the CEBL radio network, thank you for listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa, CJOY 1460 AM in Guelph, Twitch, social media. I probably forgot something, but thank you for everybody who has listened into all these games. Thank you so much. Canada basketball is alive and well. Social distance, fist bump. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for everybody who put this on. Saturday, semifinals. Tune in. Only 3 games left. I can't believe this was pulled off. Everybody's done a great job. Thank you so much. We will see you on the other side. Signing off from St. Catharines, Ontario at the Meridian Center.